From Mordor to Hogwarts to Gotham, the nerds have come together to create a show for nerds by nerds. Join nerds doing nerd things as they talk about all things nerdy. Stay up to date on the show by liking the Nerds Doing Nerd Things Facebook page.
Alrighty, everyone. Welcome to the NASCAR for Amateurs Truck Series with the Pony Express here tonight on a Friday night. The final round before the cutoff here for the playoffs for the NASCAR for Amateurs Truck Series here tonight live at Phoenix Raceway. As always, Matt in the booth here with you for this round for the Pony Express here. And we get ready to go racing here tonight. Qualifying underway right now. Remember, 1 week ago, Zach Nurnberger had a truck that looked like he may have had an opportunity to race his way, get the win, and get himself in the playoffs. Unfortunately, 1 week ago, did not go his way. He's got one more shot at getting her done here tonight. If he cannot, well, we're going to go on and move into the playoffs. And Mr. Zach Nurnberger going to miss out. Right now on board Zach, qualifying this truck right now out of turn number 2. Down the back straightaway goes Zach Purcell. Purcell going to work his way into 3 and 4. He'll cross the stripe. Zachary Purcell will cross right here. Where does he put the truck? P2 for Purcell. For Nurnberger, excuse me. For Nurnberger, P2 on the chart. Great job for Zachary. Man, the pressure has got to be mounting on Zach Purcell or Nurnberger. He's got one opportunity. He's got basically one opportunity to get himself in the playoffs here. And that's tonight at Phoenix. So one more go. If he can't do it here, it's going to be game over for this driver. Pony Express right now closing in on the playoffs right now. Stephen Thompson currently holding that last spot in. But again, if some of these guys can get a win here tonight, we get a new winner. Be very interesting because it could technically dump Thompson out of the playoffs here in the very late stages, and that's going to be what you're going to have to look for as we close down on the end of the season here from the Phoenix Raceway. 7 minutes remaining here in the playoffs. Take a look right here and you see it right there on your screen. These guys right there with one another. It's going to be so much fun trying to figure out who is going to be in, who is going to be out. Going to be very tight here tonight. Let's talk to Zach. See what he has. Nuremberg one last shot. Let's see what he has to say here. Because he's going to have to do everything he can. Mr. Nuremberg, Matt in the booth. You got a copy, buddy. Hey, Zach, buddy, you got a copy? Well, let's find out if he can hear us. Hey, Zach in Nuremberg, Matt in the booth. You got a copy, buddy?
Yes, sir.
All righty. By my math, if you can pick up a win here tonight, you might be able to get your way into the playoffs. With this being the last opportunity and such a good truck you had last week, what are the nerves like right now?
I mean, Phoenix is my track. And of course, I say that before I come out here and crash and finish 10th. But I'm not, Mark's not gonna like to hear me say this, but I'm not a fan of the setup. It is tighter than a old pair of pants, and it's so hard to get around here. So, everyone else feels like their truck's pretty tight too. So hopefully I can just tire save, and because it's only gonna get worse. Keep damage off the car.
Yeah,
it's gonna be a tricky one though.
That's going to be the hard part, right? And you've only got this opportunity here at Phoenix, and then you're out of shots at getting in the playoffs. Last week, the truck seemed to be pretty good. Do you feel like last week was a little bit of a missed opportunity?
I mean, yes, no. I mean, obviously, looking back at it, I needed that one extra lap of fuel. I could have pitted on the second time around from the first caution. I could have maybe fuel saved a little bit harder. But even then, Austin Bloom was catching up on me. I mean, I guess it's really easy to go back and say that it was a missed opportunity. But, I've had so many of these chances where, I think I pulled the master class card out of the back pocket just for the late caution to get me. But, I mean, risk and reward, I guess. But we'll see. I think I have a 14 point. There's one playoff spot left. I'm 14 points behind Steven. Maybe a disaster strikes early. I mean, never say never. One thing I've learned.
Yeah. I think your best bet's go win it, right? That would be your best bet.
Well, that's a lot more fun.
Yeah, there we go. Well, man, best of luck to you. Best of luck here tonight.
Thank you.
All righty. Let's get ready to do it now. You start thinking about where we're at in the playoffs here tonight and what we're seeing coming down to the end of it here at Phoenix Raceway. The movement that it's going to take to get a win here tonight and pull it off, it's going to be very, very, very difficult. But there is an opportunity here, right? There is very much an opportunity to get in. Now, again, Steven has a win. 14 points, the gap, right? So he's going to have to get a win and then somehow make up that 14-point gap to Stephen Thompson to do a Hail Mary pass to get into the playoffs. Jess Chambers kind of in the same situation as they continue to get ready to go. Again, 3 minutes remaining in this qualifying order. The stage breaks here, or stages here tonight, going to be very important to what we see here tonight. We come to Phoenix. We know what this place can do. 45 and 68 is going to be your stage breaks here tonight. That'll be very interesting. Thompson right now starting 6th at the moment. Thompson looking to pull everything together. Again, top 10 in points will be paid out at the end of the stage. Jared R. Young, Ryan Donahue up there as well, ready to go. This is going to be a battle to the end here at Phoenix. Folks, we're 2 minutes away from race time. I'm going to hop out of the booth a moment. We'll be back for the start in 1 moment. All right, here we go. Everybody's going to get lined up, ready to go. Again, here, the final round before the playoffs. Here tonight for the NASCAR for Amateurs Pony Express Truck Series, brought to you by Burgett Farms, is ready to go green. Jared Young going to bring them down. Ryan Donahue, Mark Dillon Jr. in the top three, Austin Blue, Aaron Claiborne, everybody ready to go. Let's get ready to get this thing going. Green flag in the air. We're rolling at Phoenix, and look out there, Jared R. Young already to the bottom of the racetrack. 2 line behind them, Austin Bloom, Mark Dillon Jr. out there as well. But they fire off early on, at least here at the Phoenix Raceway. Right now, the 93 up front. Scott Anderson on pit road. Here's the 93, Jared R. Young. Scott Anderson going to come down. I think we had a little bit of a problem with timing and scoring there to start. They'll cross the stripe. Lap number 2 going to go on the board. Jared R. Young takes over the race lead. Big slide into turn number 2. Contact and around we go. We got problems in turn 2. Ryan Donahue around into the outside wall. Ryan O'Donoghue has problems getting turned around there into the outside wall. One more look at it as he came down. Just got clipped there. Want to look. The fine there went way low of Austin Bloom. Couldn't get the truck load up. Comes up to the top of the racetrack. Donahue nowhere to go. He gets collected. First caution of the night here at lap 3. Jared Young still continuing with a lead here early on. First yellow of the night. No surprise there. You know, you get down there that low and it's very, very hard to get on the brakes and get that truck load up before you're into someone like in that situation. And unfortunately, that is what just occurred on the racetrack. 3 laps complete here early on at Phoenix. 3 laps complete. We'll get ready to go back racing once again here at Phoenix Raceway. Right now, out front, Jared R. Young. Stephen Thompson back to 7th here on the racetrack, sliding backwards. Timothy Emanuele on pit road as well. A couple of trucks electing to go to pit road here tonight. At least early on, guys are going to hit pit road. We'll see how that works out from them as they continue to run right now. And again, early on, 4:01:13 in the books here tonight at Phoenix Raceway. And again, what is the final round before the playoffs? Jared R. Young leads here tonight, at least early on here. Still very early in the race. A lot of movement still yet to happen. But right now, it's Jared R. Young out front leading with Sheriff Mark Dillon. Right there in second, looking to go to victory lane. And let's see if we can talk to the Sheriff real quick. Sheriff Mark Dillon, Matt in the booth. You got me real quick, buddy?
Yeah, how you doing?
I'm doing all right, man. Well, right now you're sitting in second. That number 3 Ford looking decent, buddy. What do you think you're going to need to do here to maybe get you a win and get some momentum built going into the playoffs next week?
Oh man, I can't win here. I suck at short tracks. I just need to come out of here with a top 10, lock up the regular season championship, and that'll give me 3 more playoff points. So.
Yeah, the battle really begins 1 week from tonight, right? That's where the battle really picks up.
Yeah. It's you know, obviously I qualified good here. I know how to go fast for a lap, but when it comes to short track racing, I'm just not good at saving tires.
Yeah, for man. Well, best of luck, Mark, and maybe you can save them and get to victory lane. You never know.
Maybe, but I appreciate it, and thanks for doing the broadcast tonight.
No problem, man. We'll see you here in a little bit, bud. Everybody hanging on right now. Getting ready to go back racing. Jared R. Young, Mark Dillon Jr. right there as well. In the front of the field, ready to go. Field going to roll through past the start-finish line. We'll get 1 to go. We'll go ahead and wave around the trucks and get ready to fire this thing up. Here early caution again. It was early on. We're right at O'Donoghue got turned around, already using a fast repair here tonight early at Phoenix. Hopefully his night's going to turn around here as we work lap 6, about 40 to go in stage number 1, at least here tonight. 40 to go in stage number 1. Double file ready to go here. We'll get this thing back underway at Phoenix Raceway, NASCAR for amateurs, and the Pony Express. Guys, man, everybody having a great time here. Ready to go green once again. Field heads to turn 3. We're ready to go. Here we go, ready to go racing once again. Green flag back in the air, back underway. Everybody back under green. Down through the dog leg. They'll spread out into turn number 1 and 2. Out front, Jared R. Young. Mark Dillon going to get shipped out here on the restart. He'll slide to 4th. Daxton Stokes back here getting a good run. Look at Dylan there right in front of Purcell and a couple of more. Back Nuremberg right there up to fourth. We got problems in Mark Dillon Jr. Trouble on down into turn 4. Mark Dillon Jr. The sheriff going around. Caution out. Oh man, did I jinx him? Stuck in there 3 wide. He's on the brakes. The 15 just comes through. That's Daxton Stokes. Gets into the left rear and around goes the sheriff. Here early on in this one. So 8 laps in, 2 cautions already tonight at Phoenix. Rough start for the drivers of the Pony Express. Already a little bit of bumping and grinding. Jared Young continuing to lead right now. Jared Young continuing to lead at the moment. We'll get it worked out here. 8 of 113 complete. Jared Young sitting right up there in the race lead. So that Toyota leads the way with Aaron Clayborg right there as well behind them as they continue to ride around 9 laps in the books here tonight. 9 laps in the books. Everybody continuing to ride around here. Jared Young out front leading at the moment. So Jared Young continuing to lead. Aaron Clayborg right there. Zach Purcell. Robert Gillimore right there also. Stephen Thompson right there in the 24 in the top 5. Stephen doing a good job kind of protecting himself here tonight as they roll their way through 3 and 4 once again, getting ready to go back green. You see Thompson sitting right there in line. 10 complete this time by. 10 complete here as we continue to roll. Jared Young, you see him still leading at the moment. Getting ready to fire this thing back off again. Completing lap number 10. So, double file now lights back on the pace car, so we'll add a lap here. 2 cautions here early in the going at least. Kind of slowing the start to this thing. But we'll get ready to go once again in a moment. As we get ready to go. And if you take a look here, not really enough laps ran right now to really get a feel for what these cars or trucks and drivers have got for a setup tonight. Yet what kind of keeps coming out, slowing them down, not giving them a chance to really feel their equipment out here. Unfortunate there's so many cautions early on. So, you know, you got to get laps in to determine what kind of car you even have before you can get going here. 11 on the board this time by. Everybody getting ready to fire back off here tonight. We shall get ready to go once again here tonight. And it's going to be a good battle as they get ready to fire back up. Side by side, here we go. Green flag back in the air. 3 wide already up front. Everybody will dive to the dog leg here. 3 wide mid-pack. Purcell going to be in the middle. He's going to have to lift out. Up front, Nuremberg pulling away. Purcell trying to hang on through the middle. 3 wide right behind him. Here comes the 9 of Austin Bloom. He was involved in an incident earlier on as well. Trying to hang on. 12 on the board. They fight through it. Nuremberg out front leading at the moment. The 83 or 93 Jared R. Young right there as well, fighting his way through. Caution on the racetrack. Yellow is out. Caution, caution, caution. Caution on the race lap track for Timothy Emanuele. Take a look at what happened to Timothy here. 13 complete, yellow back out. 031 underneath of him. Just some contact up into the outside wall he goes. Caution back out. So 14 of 113 complete. Here tonight, Zach Nurnberg out front. They continue to ride around under yellow here. Caution back out. Again, caution back out on the racetrack early on. See what happens next here. Still a rough start to this race. And it's so interesting how this has been. $14 on the board here as we get ready to go. Here tonight. So, everybody gonna grab a breath and get ready to fire this thing back off once again. Again, 15 to 133 or 113 in the books here tonight from Las Vegas, Nevada. From Phoenix, excuse me. We head out to Las Vegas, Nevada tomorrow night, staying on the West Coast. And so we got a little bit of a West Coast swing going on the channel right now. Weeks for the next two races. Ready to go back racing here at lap 15 of 113 here tonight. Them 500 coming up, of course, later on tonight. They should have tons of fun there as well. Part of that doubleheader for Friday nights. Just under 100 to go here at Phoenix. Three quick yellows to start the night here at Phoenix Raceway. Thank you to all four of you in the stream here taking a look at this. Thank you for coming out. We'll get ready to go once again. 16 of 113 complete. And we'll get a double file one more time. Ready to fire this thing back up and get it back on track here. Early on, some incidents that occurred for some of these drivers. Lights still on the pace car. So again, we continue to work away here. So we get ready to fire this thing back up. 16 on the board. Ready to go back green flag racing. Richard Long, how are you, sir? Good to see you in chat, Mr. Richard. As we get ready to fire this thing one more time. So here we go. We'll be double file once again, ready to go green flag racing here from the Phoenix International Raceway. Everybody ready to rock and roll here. We'll get ready to go back racing once again, double file up front. Nurnberg, Young going to be on the front row. Coming to green this time by. Pace car going to be off the racetrack. Again, 46 into stage number 1. Some issues early. We've had a couple of trucks already use a fast repair. That's Timothy Emanuele, Ryan Donahue, Scott Atkinson, Mark Dillon Jr. also all in the group that's used a fast repair here. We get ready to go. Zach Nurnberg out front doing what he needs to do. Going to try to collect some stage points here. Stephen Thompson just a couple of trucks back from him. Going to be very interesting. Coming to green flag in the air. Nurnberg leads them down. Nurnberg does a good job blocking that inside lane. Into turn 1. There goes the 93 up the racetrack. Everybody scrambling behind them. Stephen Thompson there in the 24. Just trying to keep Nurnberg in check. One car in a wall. Mid-pack there off of turn number 2. That will be the 9 of Austin Bloom getting into the outside wall. He'll continue to roll right now. Zach Nurnberg doing a great job with Aaron right there behind him. Jared R. Young all right here in the front pack. Again, playoff spots on the line here tonight. One final spot really remains. Who's going to take it home? Zach doing what he needs to do. Lead laps, get up there, get as many stage points as possible. Get the win and then kind of let the points fall where they may. Going into next week, 20 on the board this time by. He's now opened that gap up to about 0.6 of a second. Thompson slid back as he exits in P5 right now. So this is going to be very crucial to where Thompson finishes stage, because this might set the tone caution on the racetrack. And Timothy Mangelli once again having a problem. And that's going to be another fast repair for Timothy. What happened here on Mangelli? Oh, big trouble in front of him, and he just gets collected. Robert Gillenmore slams the inside wall. Nowhere for Timothy Mangelli to go. Look at this. Unfortunate for Timothy Mangelli, just getting collected up in it. Caution flies once again. Nurnberg continues to lead here. Zachary Nurnberg continuing to lead here right now. Big incident, at least early on, for some of these guys. Man. The caution back out, 22 on the board of 113. Go back under yellow one more time here tonight. So, Richard, who do you think is going to get the W here tonight, buddy? Man. 22 on the board. You want a slow-mo with that? I can make that happen. Let's go to the session events here. Caution out here. And Timothy Emanuele's like, what do I have to do? As the caution waves once again. Let's go to Timothy here. There's Timothy. And Gilmore right there. So hang on. But you see he's one more look at this. Here we go. We'll take a look at this one more time for you. Because this car just gets absolutely hammered. So he's going down the straightaway here. And watch this car. He's going to be alright. He's going to get up into the wall right there. Got a little bit of a tag. And watch this car shoot down the racetrack. I think he got into some contact there with that other truck. Shot him right into the fence. Look at that car lift off the ground. Do a complete 360. 720 right into Emanuele, who had nowhere to go. And watch these guys scramble to get by it. On the brakes was the 18 truck. Scott Atkinson doing a great job to get by that. But man, oh man, big incident down that front straightaway. It brought this most recent yellow out. Here we go. Green flag back in the air. Aaron up there alongside Zach Nurnberger for the restart into turn 1 and 2. Here we go. And Aaron's going to send that thing in on the outside. He'll make the move. He'll make the pass on Nurnberg. They're into turn 1. Looks like that outside lane. Really competitive there on the restarts at least. They'll head back into 3 and 4. Daxton Stokes back here. What about Daniel and Tyler Burgett back here in the mix? Those two side by side right now. Scott Atkinson there as well. Thompson sliding back a spot. Look at here, the 24. Very important here, trying to hang on. And look at Jared Young. Swing under Nuremberg. We got a caution on the racetrack. And that will be Scott Atkinson having a problem. Let's see what happens. Caution back out once again here at Phoenix Raceway. 26 in the books. We keep this up, we ain't going to have no trucks left. Ooh, just gets turned there. I believe that was Bloom that got in his left rear. Look at Emanuele again. Right there and overcorrecting hard into the outside wall for Atkinson. Caution is out. One more time here tonight. Time after time, we're getting yellows here. Slowing the pace of this race. This will give a little bit of strategy call. I think Nuremberg going to come down and get tires here during this pit stop. Probably a smart play there for the 32 camp. He's got to do everything he can backwards here to try to go to victory lane tonight, right? You can't follow everybody around. You gotta really do everything you can to really try to get as many points during the stage and race as possible. So that means, go off strategy. Do what he's doing right now. Don't follow everybody around here, because that's not going to get you in the playoff picture. You're going to need some help. We'll see how that works. We get ready to rock and roll once again. As we will find it with a way to make this work one more time. Everybody looking at a way to go at it. What can you do here? 28 complete. Come up with a way to go to victory lane here tonight once again. Gotta think that you have to kind of play strategies all night long. Winning 8 on the board. Aaron going to lead them down here this time. Stephen Thompson to his outside. Old tires for both these trucks out front. So here we go. Strategy call once again for some of the championship contenders. 24 Thompson out there on the older tires, trying to stay up near the front, playing track position. Here we go, green flag going to fly. We're back underway at Phoenix. Lap 29 on the board. 29 on the board. Let's see how these new tires work for Zach Nuremberg. Already 3 wide in the middle. He'll pick up 2 spots just like that up to 4th. Great move by Zach. Throwing caution to the wind. Coming for 3rd right here. Stephen Thompson now sees the threat in his rearview mirror of Zachary Nuremberg, who came in 14 points off of Stephen Thompson and needing to get a win on top of that. But man, he is keeping with him down into 3 and 4, the 32, closing up in 3 and 4 here. Great, or 1 and 2, excuse me. Great run. Aaron Clayborg right there leading the way over Mr. Stephen Thompson. Here comes Nuremberg closing the gap now. Timothy Emanuele, we got a problem, and it's Robert Gillimore and Austin Bloom involved in yet another one. And Robert has already used 1 fast repair here tonight, and I'm afraid that's going to be fast repair number 2 still early on. Take a look what happens side by side. Headed down into 3 and 4, and just misjudged the straightaway. And then Bloom just goes around locking it down. Luckily for Bloom, could have been a lot worse. Let's take a look, one more look at this. I'm off the corner here. 51 Slim Jim machine right there with him. And they come down the front straight away. And, oof, right there's the contact. How that 51 kept that thing relatively straight. Look at the save that 51 truck was able to make. He should have been going as well into the inside wall, but was able to bring the truck back underneath of him. One more look here. Watch how yawed out that 51 machine was. Right about here. Watch the 51. I mean, Zach should have been going. He comes down, gets left rear to right front. And watch that truck. Completely out of control. I mean, Ellie right there is like, oh no, here comes another one. But he's able to gather it back up. Caution out once again. Here, 32 laps in. But yet another yellow on the racetrack. But a great save from at least one of the truckers here to keep the truck straight and going. Yellow back out once again. And we'll get ready to go one more time here tonight. 33 on the board, not yet to the end of stage number 1 here tonight. And we've seen a couple of big incidents here this evening. As you see Aaron leading, Stephen Thompson there in second. At your top 2 right now. As they're back under yellow. So the guys that have used their 2 faster pairs already is going to be Scott Atkinson right there in trouble. Timothy Emanuel, he's already used his 2, and Robert Gillimore. Those 3 trucks, if they're in another incident, they do not have a faster pair remaining to get that truck fixed. So that's not a fun situation to be in. As they continue to ride around here tonight, Aaron out front leading. Man, oh man, crazy race so far. Let's look at the race stats so far here tonight. The race stats here at Phoenix Raceway look like this. 6 cautions, 422 of the 34 laps that we have run here tonight so far, with 3 lead changes in the first 34 laps. We'll wait and see. Lights will go off on the pace car. But again, the lights off on that iRacing pace car one more time here tonight. Ready to go. Ready to go green. Here we go, green flag in the air, 35 on the board. Everybody ready to rock and roll one more time here tonight into what is turn 3 now, ready to fire this thing back up. Here we go, everybody double filed up, ready to go. 34 on the board, back underway. 3 wide immediately, look at Nuremberg going to the apron. He'll come out the other side, new race leader. Give it to Zach Nuremberg. So Nuremberg back out front. Here nearing the end of the stage, Thompson sliding back. Now how far does Thompson slide before lap 46 here? This could be a problem if Thompson slides too far back. 36 on the board this time, by about 10 to go at the stripe in the stage. 3 wide, Thompson on the outside. He'll give a little bit of room. Aaron in the middle. These 3 will work it out here, get back single file. Nuremberg liking what he sees behind him as they go back single file. 37 on the board this time by double file. You see right there around the bottom of the racetrack, the 93 of Jared Young picking up some positions. The Sheriff Mark Dillon, same as well, moving forward. The Sheriff right there, Mark Dillon Jr. doing everything he can with Austin Bloom. Great battling here for 5th, 6th, 7th on back. Great little race on the racetrack for these guys. As we go to put 38 on the board, let's hop on board with a couple of these trucks. Jared R. Young Up near the front as well, you see him giving chase. Aaron just behind them at the moment. Right there, man. Great racing in between these top 5 or 6 trucks here tonight at Phoenix Raceway. Zach Nuremberg in a great spot here. Thompson just behind him. So right now, 39 on the board. Jared Young now going to get around Thompson. That'll be another point loss. A 2-point swing right now between Nuremberg and Thompson. That would put it at 12 going into the next stage. 40 on the board this time by. Very simple here. 6 to go in the stage. Here comes Jared R. Young. Nuremberg still out front leading. 40 of 113 complete. Thompson runs third. Aaron runs fourth. Mark Dillon Jr. runs fifth right now. 41 on the board. That's the way they run. 41 on the board this time by. Here at Phoenix Raceway. Austin Bloom right there as well. Man, you got to think to yourself, with that point swing that could happen, battle right here between Mark Dillon Jr., but with that point swing that could happen between Thompson and Nuremberg. So to catch everybody up, if you're just joining us, so basically Nuremberg has to win the race, plus make up 14 points as well to lock himself in the playoffs. You just got to think about what that's going to entail. You see Thompson, he is in the best position. He's just got to defend it. Right now, he'd be swinging 2 points. That would leave 12-point gap in stage 2. 43 on the board here tonight. 43 on the board. Coming to 44. Start looking at where we're sitting in this series. Such an interesting situation to kind of ponder, if you will. Got cars going on the apron here, but man, alive. This is going to be a ton of fun to watch as you ponder what is going to occur over these playoffs here. 14 points again between Thompson and Mr. Thompson and Mr. Nuremberg here. Thompson on the apron. He'll have to come to pit road late in the stage. That's not going to be good. Lap 46, again the stage points. Or the end of 45 here. That's going to be huge. Thompson 10th. So he's going to be at least 10th at the end of lap 45 to give a ton of stage points. Man alive, he'll be way back there. That's going to be huge. Nuremberg, wow. He was at least 10th when they crossed the stripe. Big moment here in the race. Now up front, Zach Nuremberg now knows he made up probably 8 or 9 points in that end of stage. Man. Thompson right there as well. This is not going to be good. Thompson giving up a ton of ground. Again, only 5 points to give out the stage, and I know he did not get those. Huge. So right now, that was a 5-point swing So that should put Zach 9 points off of Mr. Steven Thompson. Are you kidding me? It's going to be so close at the end of this. Points back. And they continue to run right now, fighting their way through. 50 on the board this time by here at Phoenix. Again, 50 and 113 complete here. As they fight their way through right now, and again, 51 on the board. Great racing here, 51 and 113 complete. So now Thompson in trouble, you see here on your screen. Nuremberg still out front leading. Zachary Nuremberg still out front leading right now as they continue to run at the moment. 52 of 113 complete here tonight. 52 complete of 113. Zachary Nuremberg out front with Jared Young right there in second at the moment. Nose to tail leading the way. We continue to slide through this one here tonight. Battle for the race lead at the moment. Here we go. Looky there. Nuremberg going to lose the race lead here. Nose to tail, and there goes Jared Young. He'll move through. Jared Young, great job. He'll move through to the race lead once again here. Jared Young now leading here at Phoenix. Very interesting to watch who's going to pull off what here at the very end of this race. Somebody going to be locked in the playoffs again, lap 65. The end of 65 is the end of the next stage. Closing in on that quickly. Thompson, 13th, one lap down at the moment. Thompson, 13th here at the moment on the racetrack. 56 on the board this time by. Now Zach Nuremberg should be about 9 points out off of Mr. Thompson. Depending on how this next stage wraps, it's going to be very interesting. Nuremberg sliding backwards here. Mark Dillon Jr. going to get around him here. 30 laps on tires right now. So right now, he's a little bit slow. 28.7s for Nuremberg here. Really slow on the racetrack at least. See how this pole works out. Ryan Donahue right there behind him as well. 57 on the board. 57 of 113 complete. As they continue to work their way through. It's going to be very, very interesting how this works its way through here. Everybody fighting their way through at the moment. 57 on the board right here at Phoenix Raceway. So right now, 58 of 113 complete here tonight. So 58 this time by. Hanging on out front, Jared Young leading the way. Nuremberg right there as well. Again, the end of lap 65 will be the end of the next stage where points will be handed out. Nuremberg trying to hang on at the moment. Thompson right there, you see Steve Thompson as on the fresher Goodyear Eagles. So they continue to work their way through each and every time here tonight, and they'll fight their way by. 60 laps of 113 complete here tonight. So interesting to see how this plays off. 61 this time by. Coming to the end of stage number 2. Here at the end of lap 60. See here. The end of lap 68, 68 for stage 2. Coming up here in about 7 laps. Everybody hanging on. Take a look at Nuremberg. Still continuing to slide backwards here. 62 on the board. Right now inside that points payoff position. Right now 63 this time by. Nose to tail right now between these drivers. Nuremberg patiently waiting. Austin Bloom. When does everybody need to come to pit road? Remember, it was Thompson that had to come to pit road before the completion of lap 65 that really set this whole stage up there just a bit ago. How this works out here with 63 on the board. I'm showing Nuremberg's 9 points off the Thompson here, but again, Zach still would have to go get the win to get a win to kind of even everything out. 64 on the board here, 4 to go in the stage. Thompson up to 11th. There's Young, he's going to go around right now to unlap himself. Mark Dillon Jr. up to 2nd right now. Nuremberg running 4th at the moment. 65 this time by. .65 on the board. You can see Nuremberg right there on your screen in the 32 green and yellow machine. What kind of decisions does he need to make here? About 3 laps away from stage break. If it finishes where he's at right now, that should put him 8 points back. A really easily together up gap here. 8 points would be at the end of the race what he would need to make up if he finishes where he's at here in 4th. Again, we'll have to go back at the end of the race and they'll review the charts to double check it here. But right now, that's kind of the way everything sits. .67 of 113 in the books. Next time by, we'll get the 1 to go in the stage. Nuremberg's still out there in 4th. Good job. Would be 2 stage points here, so he'd be 7 off if he finishes there in 4th. 7 on the board. 68 this time. One more time around to complete lap 68. And stage 2 will be in the books. Jared Young looking to pick up the stage win. Jared R. Young right there in that number 93, Mark Dillon Jr. right there as well. Ryan Donahue, Zach Nuremberg right there as well, coming out of turn number 4. In P4 right now. He'll pick up another 2 stage points right there. So that puts him 7 points off of Stephen Thompson. This is going to be huge, folks. Now he comes to pit lane after getting those stage points. Right there, perfect. Ooh, about spun the truck out. Make sure you get down to pace speed here and get tires on the truck Everybody pitting here. 69 is complete here in this one. About 43 laps is what Dylan Jr. has ran in this stint, the longest I'm seeing. Be interesting to see. 44 to go. I think for the most part, these trucks stopping now can most likely stretch it and make it to the end. Nuremberg on pit road. Thompson's got a little bit before he's going to have to pit. Missing out on stage points, though, might be huge for Thompson as they work their way through once again. 70 and 113 complete. But again, Thompson will come through and cycle pretty well. Mark Dillon Jr. there on pit road. There goes Thompson by. He's going to cycle out up near the front of the field. But again, 26 lap old tires for Thompson as they continue to run right now. 43 to go here at Phoenix Raceway to decide who is going to be into the playoffs. Nuremberg back out there at it. Ryan Donahue there as well. There's Zach Nuremberg. Ooh, that truck out of shape. It's going to be interesting to where this pans out here. Oh boy, this is going to be an interesting finish. Timothy Emanuele out front. Mark Dillon Jr. was able to get in and out before Mr. Zach Nuremberg here. A little bit behind the guys he'd have to run down. We got trouble. That is going to change everything. Caution on the racetrack. Timothy Emanuele on pit road here. One car smoking. A caution out here as the car goes around Ryan Donahue. It's free here into the outside wall. Brings the caution out. Now, Nuremberg was on the lead lap when the yellow came out. So this is going to help maybe him a little bit. Close that gap back up. Thompson will hit pit road under yellow. Let's see if Nuremberg stays out. What does he elect to do? I think this yellow will give him enough fuel to make it to the end here. What kind of decision does he make here late in the going? He'll come down. Wow, that kind of is surprising. But he elects to come down, take fuel and tires again. We have to restart deep in the field here. As we come to the end of this one. Right now, everybody will roll down pit lane. As we get ready to go. $675. Ooh, we got a car on pit road. We had to back up there. That'll cost them a little bit more. How is this going to play out? Again, 75 of 113 complete here tonight. As we look to go back racing once again here. Going to be a heck of a battle. Get ready to fire this thing back off. Everybody will be ready to go one more time here tonight. Firing this thing back under green once again. Get ready to go green flag of racing. This is going to be very interesting here. 76 on the board. This time by. Here we go. Jared R. Young out front, ready to go. $7.76 on the board. Everybody ready to fire this thing back up once again. Ready to go to green. 37 laps to go when we get the restart. Going to be a deep in the field restart for Nuremberg. We'll have to get going here. 78 on the board. Here we go. Green flag ready to go here. This is going to be very interesting as we get ready to fire this thing back up. 78 on the board, coming to green. Green in the air, back underway once again. Jared R. Young, big restart out front. Everybody will scramble to turn 1 and 2. Stephen Thompson going to lift here. Zach Nuremberg coming to the outside, making hay on the top here, looking for the top 5 here early. Oh no, Thompson around. He's going to impact the inside wall. No caution as of yet. Now the yellow flies. So Stephen Thompson around now. Caution, back out. That will hand it right back in the favor of Zach Nuremberg on points. But again, Nuremberg still needing to get a win. Caution, back out once again. Oh boy, this is going to be crazy. And this is going to be interesting as we get ready to go back to green. 79 on the board. Ready to rock and roll once again. Here we go, coming to 34 laps to go here tonight. Coming to the restart. Man, this is going to be 34 to go when we, a little under 34 to go when we get going here for the battle here. Been an interesting night of twists and turns here in the NASCAR for Amateurs Truck Series here on Extreme Sim TV. First of 2 races here tonight. $80 of 113 complete. We'll wait for the lights to go out on the pace car once again. So as we wait here, 34 to go tonight. $34 to go, ready to go back racing in just a moment. Yeah, it was questionable, Richard, by Thompson, and that could really cost him here. But it's all up to the ball's in Zach's court, from my opinion, at this moment. But he's got to go win the race, so the points don't matter, right? So that's going to be the interesting part. You know, Zach's still got to go get a win. That's not easy. See that 32 right there. Ready to go. Got to get the win, make up the other 7 points as well. It's a tall order when you got people like Aaron Claiborne right there, Jared R. Young, Austin Bloom, who's already locked in the playoffs up there trying to play spoiler. Because I don't think you want a Nuremberg in the playoffs. I think that's a threat, and you just don't want them in the playoffs with you. And I think that's what we're going to see over the final run here in just a moment. As they continue to try to figure it out. '83 on the board this time by. Aaron out front leading for the restart. The 32 laps to go here at the Phoenix Raceway. 32 to go when we go back green here. Be a great battle to the end here. 32 to go coming to green right now. Here we go, coming to green, lights off the pace car. Ready to go, green flag racing once again at Phoenix. Green is out, we're rolling, 3 wide up front. Look at Zach Nurnberger, big move to the bottom. Nurnberg on the bottom, picks up 3, 4, 5 trucks on the restart. He knows he's got to get up there and get away. 84 on the board this time by. There comes the 9 back underneath Austin Bloom. Can't get a move on him. Aaron gonna hold him at bay at the moment. 84 on the board. Everybody working their way through. Back trying to hang on underneath. Here comes Austin Bloom. And Bloom turned him into the outside wall. Goes Nuremberg once again. Caution on the racetrack. Austin Bloom turning Zach Nurnberg. And that's about the second or third time that Bloom has overdrove the corner. And this time championship implications as Nuremberg hard into the outside wall. Man. Wow, caution out for Zach Nuremberg. He is not going to be happy. 85 on the board. Austin Bloom in the 9 truck will ride around. MP2 at the moment. We'll see if he gets an EOL out of this. It's the third or fourth time we've seen the same thing happen to Bloom. You start to wonder after a couple of times. Just over driving the corner. Man. I don't think I'd want to make enemies like that. Wow. Well, we'll take a look at that restart. Let's go back. Hang on. Controversy in chat. Let's go back and take a look. Don't know what their ruling is, but hang on. We'll go back in time. Alright, let's see what you're talking about here. In slow-mo. They come into the restart zone and, well, yeah, that was well below before the start-finish line. Wow. All right, so caution on the racetrack. So he gets turned. He'll go to the rear of the field. I'm glad you caught that, but he definitely went before the start-finish line. And we'll be back under yellow once again here tonight. And we'll get ready to go back green flag racing here tonight in just a moment. To 87 on the board of 113. Well, this is getting a little bit hectic. as we get ready to go back at it again. 27 to go when we get to restart. And we'll get ready to fire this thing back off. And that's the problem with that front straightaway. I don't know. See, I don't know if you have to be above that yellow line before the start-finish line. Have to wait and see. We'll get ready to go at it again here. 88 on the board of 113. Watch the field again here. We'll go from the chopper cam on this restart. See the field right there coming out of turn number 3 and 4. See, let's watch for any potential restart penalties here. Zach Nuremberg right there as well. We'll see what he does on the restart. Again, last time he may have got dinged on that one. Also, and it ended up in the incident. 89 on the board. Coming this time to 25 to go at Phoenix. Coming to green. Here we go. Nuremberg right there. Stacking them up, stacking them up. Coming to green, green in the air. And again, both him and Mark Dillon, both way before the start-finish line. So apparently they don't have a roll on it. You know, Mark Dillon, the league owner, doing it as well into turn 1. Well, we're going to have to wait and see. And look at the gap he's already made up. By doing that, giving it everything he's got, he's got to be careful here not to destroy that truck. 90 laps to go here tonight. Up front, Aaron leads the way. Continuing to run here early on. Man, if they continue to run right now, 90 at 113 complete. And right now, up front, here we go. Here comes Zach Nuremberg. He'll work to the bottom of Daniel, coming back to 4th here. Back in the top 5 already with Mark Dillon Jr. just behind him. This is going to be interesting. Stephen Thompson has fell to 11th. He is in trouble if Zach Nuremberg wins this race. 91 on the board. Here tonight at Phoenix, working their way through. Zach up to 4th now. Here, Mark Dillon trying to get underneath Zach here. Austin Bloom back to 9th. They'll work their way through 1 and 2 once again. Down the back straightaway here at Phoenix. 93 on the board this time by. 21 laps to go. Everybody trying to do what they can here. Gonna be it should be, but I don't know. I don't think there is an iRacing black flag auto here for below the yellow line. I'm just not convinced on that. So right now, 93-20 to go here. Aaron Zach Nuremberg into the top 3. Can he do it? He's got 20 laps to go. He's going to have to make a Hail Mary pass to pull this one off. If he can go win this race where Stephen Thompson sets now, that puts the 32 in the playoffs. Thompson's got to get on the offense. Make up some ground. Take this out of Zach's hands. 18 to go this time by Thompson in the middle of 3 wide. There's Bloom. Burgett right there in a battle. Thompson up to 8th. I had them calculated at 7 points the gap. Coming into this final stage. 19 laps to go. And this is going to be crazy here. Nuremberg's got to go get the win. He's in 3rd. Can he do it? 18 to go. I'm going to go do some quick math for you here while they ride around here. Man, oh man, oh man, oh man, this is going to be interesting. 18 laps to go. 17 to go right now. That all over them. A 7-point gap. So right here. And this is going to be interesting. So basically, Thompson would have to be inside the top 5. He would have to finish 4th or better if Nuremberg wins this race. If Thompson does not finish 4th or better and Nuremberg wins this race, it's Zachary Nuremberg's championship or playoff spot. 15 to go this time. Buys to second now. 15 laps to go. Mark Dillon Jr. trying to play spoiler. 15 to go at Phoenix. Stephen Thompson up to 6th. Trying to move forward. Thompson right here. He's got to pick up a couple more spots to make this not an option for Nuremberg. 14 laps to go. Look out front, Jaron Orion was quicker last time by. I'm just hoping not to see a yellow. 14 to go. 14 to go at Phoenix. The gap opening up for Young. 14 laps to go. Here comes Nuremberg trying to run down Young here. Coming to 13 laps to go. He's going to have to hit his markers point perfect here with 13 more. Lap traffic up in front of him. Last time by, Young a little bit quicker still. This is going to be extremely interesting. 13 to go. What kind of move can Nuremberg make on Young if he gets close enough? 9/10 of a second the gap here tonight. 13 laps to go. Look at that, just dominating the far out of that tri-oval section, or dogleg section. Desperately trying to get to Young here. Thompson still in 6th. Just a tough situation all the way around. 11 laps to go. 11 to go here at Phoenix. The battle ongoing out front. One car in the wall up there. There's a 33 as well, very high on the racetrack at the moment. Look right here, battling Daniel right there in front of, looks to be Zach Purcell and a couple of more. Gap up front's evened out at 1 second. You gotta hope here, if you're the race leader, that you don't see a yellow late in the going. And if you do, is there any strategy that you would play? Because, you know, tires, if there is a caution, would that be enough tire-wise to make you come to pit road? 10 to go. Emanuele looking at the back bumper of Dillon Jr. here. 9 laps to go in this one. Garrett R. Young leads. Dillon overshoots turn 2. Gap now 1.4. Young pulling away. Thompson up to P5. Coming to 8 to go this time by. And this is going to be absolutely insane to the way this plays out here at Phoenix Raceway tonight. 8 to go. Young leads. 1.5 is the gap. Now, if you're Nuremberg, you got to be hoping for a late race caution to give you an opportunity to get back at it. Going to be so close here. Going to be 8 to go. Drama high here at Phoenix. 37 on the run for Young. He should be good to go to the end in theory. Does Young have enough in the tank? In theory, he should. It's going to be so close. We see a truck run up to 43. Man, oh man, this is going to be close. If Young runs out of fuel, fuel may be an issue on that 93 can. And if he runs out of fuel, it hands this lead to Zachary Nuremberg, but it also puts Thompson in fourth. Going to be so tight here at the end. 6 laps to go at Phoenix. So right now, Young's got to hang on 6 more laps. Coming to 5 to go now. 39 on the fuel. Meanwhile, Dillon able to get around Nuremberg. Nuremberg falling backwards here. So now the fuel not going to matter. 4 to go. Mitzi Emanuele high in 1 and 2. Or 3 and 4 here. 4 to go for your race leader. Mark Dillon Jr. to second. Timothy right under him. Here's Zach fighting for everything it's worth. 4 to go at Phoenix. 4 laps to go here. Coming to 3 this time by. The chance of a championship berth slipping away from Zach Nuremberger. He'll continue to slide backwards. 3 to go. 3 to go at Phoenix. Up front, Jared R. Young looking to go to victory lane here. 3 laps to go. Mark Dillon Jr. to second. Coming to 2 to go this time by. And Young just got to nurse this thing home. Got to make 44 laps on this tank. Should be able to do it. Thompson coming by. There is Nuremberg and Thompson. Side by side off into 3 and 4. Or 1 and 2. What happens here? Nuremberg. Oh, Thompson. Zach Nuremberg underneath. 2 to go. Down the back straightaway here, Jared R. Young. Coming through 3 and 4 to take the white flag. 1 lap to go for Jared R. Young. Working his pace here, 1 lap to go. Here comes Mark Dillon Jr. Can Young make it around one final time on this tank of gas? Gap 3 seconds should be fine. Coming through 3 and 4. Checkered flag out for Jared R. Young. He'll go to victory lane. Mark Dillon Jr. will come home second. Timothy Emanuele third. Stephen Thompson fourth. And fifth will go to Zach Nuremberg. And that will lock your playoff drivers. Congratulations to the following drivers as we lock the playoffs up. So here we go. Here is your playoff standings. Mark Dillon Jr., Austin Bloom, Jared Young, Timothy Emanuele, Ryan Donahue, Marvin Clay is in, Michael Bertha is in, and Stephen Thompson all in. Zach Nuremberg and Jess Chambers will not make it. Let's get ready to go talk to your race winner, Jared R. Young, and see what he has to do. So as we get ready to talk to Jared R. Young here, coming home with victory lane here tonight. So let's talk to also Zach Nuremberg. Hey, Zach Nuremberg, Matt in the booth, you got a copy on me?
Yes, I do.
Well, man, you gave it everything you got, dude, but just a little bit short.
Yeah, led a bunch of laps. Jared was just too fast. I know he had older tires. you wouldn't probably notice Mark run to the back of me there. I was actually trying to let Mark by because I was getting such good restarts. That was Jared's only weakness, I think, was the restart. And I was trying to let Mark by so that I would restart on the inside of the second row. So I'd be able to get that jump, dive it down to the inside on the green-white checker and try and hold him off.
Well,
So that's the
speaking
only option I had there.
speaking of restart, we've got a little bit of chat drama, buddy, and you're in the center of it. So,
Oh, no, I'm sure I am.
going below the yellow line before the start-finish line, did it not ding you or anything iRacing-wise?
No, didn't ding anyone. So as far as iRacing is concerned, all's fair.
And four, man. Well, man, hate you didn't make it in, but you drove a heck of a race there, Zach Nuremberg, and maybe next year, right?
That's right. We'll get next season. It was a lot of fun. Congrats to Jared. I mean, ran a heck of a race, and I mean, he deserved it. All around faster driver. But it was awesome.
And four, man, we'll see you 1 week from tonight, my man.
Thank you. See you later.
All right, Zach Nuremberg, everybody fighting his way through. Great talk to Mr. Mark Dillon. Here's Mark Dillon. You got a copy on it, buddy.
Yeah, man. How's it going?
Man, we had some chat drama tonight, my man. You guys got some heat from chat for the restarts.
Oh, really? Well, that's not surprising, but
Yeah, so
we've got some people in the we've got some trolls in the broadcast watching world, but yeah, they've been trolling it up all season long.
So to clarify, iRacing does not ding you for going below the yellow line before start finish, right? Because I didn't think it did. Because here at Phoenix, I don't think there is a yellow line rule technically, right?
Oh yeah, no. Did you see some of the crazy lines people were taking? They were going all the way to the wall, cutting through the dog leg. I didn't make it over that far, but I did see some people. Yeah, crazy lines.
Yeah, I heard that part of the thing was people getting below the yellow line before the start-finish line, but technically the restart zone is before the start-finish line here. So it's a little bit of a technicality. But, man, oh man, great run for you here tonight, coming home second, buddy.
Yeah, well, better than I expected, but...
Hey, man, you're going to the playoffs. Pretty good run to end it out. You got me there, bud?
Yeah, yep.
I think I broke up on you there for a second, but yeah, great job, man. Well, Mark...
Yeah, it was a good race. It's been a good season. Now it's over, obviously, but...
Well, Mark, I'll move you down one here. Congratulations getting into the playoffs, buddy. And if you'll hang around a minute, I'll come down and talk to you after the broadcast, bud.
All right, man. Take it easy. Appreciate it. Thanks for the broadcast.
No problem, man, as always. All right, let's get up here and see. Alrighty, folks. Thank you, everybody, for coming out. And, man, what a night it was as we head into the playoffs here this evening. Or next week. Until then, everyone, have a great night. We'll see you in the playoffs 1 week from tonight.